social media, Christian family that I'm connected with there, or good evening, or whenever you see this video, you have a chance to listen. This is just a little bit of an update on my visit to the Middle East next month. And I know that some of you are keenly interested in that. So I'm just making this audio for you. It's a screenshot of my WhatsApp. This is Tal. He is one of my guides that I'm going to be having show me Nazareth and the Sea of Galilee on my second day in Israel. I'll have another guide. His name is Shuki, and he's going to also be showing me Old Jerusalem, and that'll be on day 3. But I wanted to give you these little, share these 2 little audio messages from Tal. It's really cool, and I hope you enjoy it.
So I heard your message again, and I want to thank you a second time for the kindness in your words, and to say that I'm also excited. I can hear how meaningful it is to you, and that excites me to be a part of that. So it's humbling, and I'm also grateful. If it's okay, now that I know you're okay with long messages, let me get a little bit more in depth into the day and the schedule that I have in mind. And then maybe also, now that I've heard a bit more what you've told me about yourself and the places that are meaningful for you, let me give maybe also some extra thoughts with regards to our day, and maybe other thoughts with regards to your other time in Israel. So I think we can leave relatively early to get as much in as possible. We can leave it around 8 from your hotel in Tel Aviv. You'll let me know where you're staying once you know. And what we've discussed up until now was driving into the Jezreel Valley, going to Megiddo National Park. You can read about this site, the place of the Book of Revelation is talking about Armageddon. And then head into Nazareth to the Church of Annunciation, and today Nazareth is an Arabic city in Israel. So to go to the Christian sites in Nazareth, and then drive to the northern part of the Sea of Galilee to visit places like Capernaum, Magdala, and a few other places Mount Beatitudes, and other places in the northern part of the Sea of Galilee. And we can also visit the Jordan River. So the Jordan River flows from, if you look at the map, it goes from the Sea of Galilee, even a bit north of the Sea of Galilee, enters the Sea of Galilee, and then goes down all the way to the Dead Sea. So we can visit in the southern tip of the Sea of Galilee, we can visit the Jordan River, and there's a baptism site there. I think that would be a place of interest for you as well, on our way back. And now let me give you some more thoughts relating this day. So that's the itinerary that we have planned, and let me ask you a few questions. Another option that we can have is on the way north, going to the Roman city of Caesarea, which is on the coast. That place has significance for the Christian story, with the context of the baptizing of Cornelius, the palace of Pontius Pilate, and this was a Roman city important in the time of Christ, and later on became an important city in the Byzantine era as well, and the Crusaders era in Israel. So you can also read about that site. It's a pretty iconic site. It's a meaningful site. So Caesarea is one place that we could go, and I think that might be because these are relatively long drives and we have a long day, then I would do either or with regards to Megiddo. So you can see which of the two in Caesarea or Megiddo sound better to you, and then we can head up into Nazareth, northern part of the Sea of Galilee, and when on our drive back, we'll drive through a different route, and we'll make it through the baptism site at the southern tip of the Sea of Galilee. So that's just kind of an extra thought I had in mind, and you can let me know what your thoughts are on this. Yeah, and I'm looking forward. So I'm going to be booking the vehicle. I'm going to make the introduction email with Shuki, and you and him can discuss the itinerary. And definitely, you can visit the sites in Jerusalem. The Way of the Cross, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, and the different locations that are meaningful within the Christian story in the Old City. So I think it's going to be a great visit for you. All right, looking forward to hear from you, probably in my evening, your morning tomorrow, and good night.
Yeah, I would say a great visit for me is an understatement. And listen, if you all have questions during this tour, as I send you the videos and the pictures on social media, just throw that out there in the comments section and I'll ask my guide along the way. The first day, the first trip with Tal here is going to be all day long. The Jerusalem tour is only going to be about 6 hours long with Shuki. So, my plan is with Shuki is once I'm finished with him, I'm not concluding my day. I'll get all of the information that I need out of him for 6 hours, and then I'll continue my own private experience in Jerusalem once I'm done with him. But I'll get all the advice, the information. It's really exciting, guys. I have to choose between Caesarea or Megiddo, and obviously, I'm looking for the second coming of Jesus and the pre-tribulation rapture of the church first. And so, I mean, to me, it's a slam dunk. I'm gonna pick Megiddo to go see. I would love to go to Caesarea, and I might have to do that if I'm allowed or have the opportunity to go back another time. But yeah, Megiddo is on the list for me. So I'll be seeing that location where the Lord comes back to intercept those invading armies, which we call Armageddon, where the Antichrist and his 10 nations are having to turn and fight the communist Chinese. It's all recorded in the book of Revelation. It's called the Kings of the East, advancing on the Antichrist, because the Antichrist is trying to exterminate the Jewish people, and God's not going to allow that to happen. And before they get to do their dirty deeds, the Chinese and God brings them all there in that one spot for judgment. He has lured all of them. You think the Chinese are going to get away with all of this stuff that they're doing right now? No, they're not going to. The Antichrist, none of them are going to get away with it. And this is like the battle at the OK Corral. Megiddo, okay? And this is where you and I, if you're a Christian, if you're a born-again Christian, you're coming back with the Lord on a white horse, and we're going to do whatever the Lord wants us to do, and I'm excited to be a part of that. So I'm taking you all with me on this journey, and I hope you enjoy it, and let me know if you have questions, okay? Sorry for those notifications. Sometimes I have YouTube sends me stuff or whatever. But all right, God bless all of you. I will see you very soon on social media.